Hey, you look at me. I am the doctor now.
Disney. 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 Disney.
Welcome to the Dr. Disney podcast. My name is Colin, and next to me is the doctor herself.
Hello.
And as always, we are joined by producer Richard.
Ahaha!
Each week, we talk about the magical and enchanted world of Disney while fielding questions from listeners like you. While in a moment, I'll have what I came for, while all of you will end up as sausage meat, not alone on some sad plastic plate, dead and medium red. No friends, no family, no pulse. Just slapped between two buns, smothered in onions, with fries on the side. Cruella de Vil has the last laugh.
That's good.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That was almost as good as Glenn Close. Almost.
Well, you know, she is my great aunt, so it's my responsibility.
Wow. It makes so much sense now with all that Prada you've been wearing.
Wow. Prada-da-da-da.
Colin doesn't half-ass it.
That's true.
I'll Prada all the time.
He puts his full ass into everything.
Yeah, no Gucci, all Prada.
Oh, lordy.
And in news, Bryan Cranston joins Angelina Jolie in the one and only Ivan.
Annalena?
Yeah,
Angelina. My
Angelina.
apologies.
Yeah, no,
Annalena sounds much more like Disney, though, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
no, it does.
Yeah.
yeah, the one and only Ivan. It's a children's. Well, it's a book, and they're going to cater it to children by making it an animation movie, and it's all about this gorilla who is stuck in a cage at the mall, and all about that journey. So it's also going to be starring Sam Rockwell. And
Yeah, I got my vote now.
Yeah, it looks pretty dope.
So it's his journey from the jungle or through the mall?
In all,
Does he miss the Cinnabon?
he was down in the food court.
Okay.
And then they moved him over to Banana Republic so he'd feel more
Naturally.
yeah,
of course.
you know, the standard.
Yeah.
Classic Banana Republic.
But yeah, it looks really
He's there for the socialism, not for the banana.
A gorilla's best friend.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be very interesting. It's the first time they've sort of put this type of story in animation form, so we'll see. We'll see how it ends up.
A Wrinkle in Time is released.
Oh, snap.
That sounds like a really pretty way of telling someone that you farted in a small room.
Wrinkle in Time has been released.
Well, it is starring Oprah Winfrey, so you know,
Oprah Winfrey.
Oh,
That's
lame.
another fart joke.
Lame.
I've heard it's not that good.
I will not watch it, which I don't like saying because, you know, I try to enjoy everything that Disney has to offer.
Yeah.
And, you know, Ava DuVernay, who was nominated for a whole bunch of awards a couple of years ago, fantastic director, but it just, I can't get behind it. You know, when I watch the trailer and I watch Mindy Kaling shuffle along in an ill-fitting dress.
You mean everything she wears? Ill-fitting.
Yeah. And just the storyline, it doesn't grab me. I'm not jazzed about it.
It was a book first, though, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, because I've never read it. I know that like some people hold it very dearly, but I've never read it. I think it's really just for nostalgia purposes, but I've never heard of it, so I didn't.
Well, it's supposed to be visually stunning, and you know, my girl she can't do anything wrong, but you know,
big O?
yeah, the big O Winfrey, but I just can't get behind it.
Oh, for the win.
This is one of the few times that Disney will not get my money on.
Don't worry, they've got enough other platforms you won't even realize when they're taking your money.
Well, Disney, we know that your executives are always listening, so maybe start taking some notes.
That's right.
The Incredibles 2 releases a new teaser trailer.
And I am so excited.
So excited.
It has been a long time since The Incredibles came out, and
How long has it been?
10 years?
2006?
I should be a good
2007?
producer and know this.
12 years. Wow.
Richard will look it up. I have.
So wait, is the baby going to be like a pain in the ass teenager?
Jack is still a baby.
Fuck.
But Jack has found all his powers, and they're amazing.
He's got 12.
2004.
Holy crap.
2004.
So it's 14 years old.
I feel so old.
Yeah.
You are so old.
And,
Oh
you know,
God.
and this is the one that I've been waiting for. You know, the Finding Dory and Cars.
This is the big one, folks.
It's true. For me, it's the big one because, Cars is ridiculous.
Oh my God.
And I can't watch
The first
anymore.
one has some merit.
Mildly.
And then, that made her, what is he going to get up to next?
Yeah. No, I can't. My nephew is super into it, and I tried to rewatch the second one so that I could talk to a 3-year-old about it. And it's hard. It's hard.
Talking to 3-year-olds.
So it's about time that they gave The Incredibles some love. And it looks like it's going to be a really interesting story, and all the original people are coming back. So you can't really go wrong when you get the original people back.
That's true.
A lot of the time when they try to replace people, it's just not the same. Mm-hmm. So this one I'm pretty jazzed on.
Well, holy Szechuan sauce. Get ready to feel even older because a live-action Mulan is to be released November 2nd, 2018.
1998 is when Mulan came
Oh
out.
my God.
Yeah, 20 whole years.
I was 11? Oh my God.
But the reason why this one is cool is...
Because it's live action.
I am on the fence about this live action debate. Truthfully, I think a lot of these stories will gain something being live action.
Like lives.
Yeah, like lives, just like that. When you see people being alive in them.
Oh.
But this one will be really interesting because Disney, in their next couple of live action releases, they're trying to make it more culturally accurate. So having actual prominent Asian actors playing these roles and having more of a culturally appropriate scope on it. So it'll be interesting to see what they come out with.
So they're going less culturally appropriating and more culturally appropriate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get.
As long as my girl X Tina is still doing a soundtrack, I'm fine.
We'll see. We'll see how she do.
Yeah.
She's looking a little haggard later.
She might be a little bit busy with the voice, though.
No, she hasn't been on The Voice in like 6 years.
Which says something.
I guess I'm not very
really, what
culturally
has she been
relevant
doing in the last
Yeah,
6 years?
jeez. She's like that's like season 2. Get out of here.
We've hit a vein here. Richard is not pleased.
He's got a crush on.
But that's okay.
No, I just love The Voice.
Yeah, okay. Which one?
Well, so here's the last season's winner was really good, but I don't know. I haven't. No, there's only it's only 4
Anyways,
episodes
new
in.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 trailer has
Exactly.
Ralph breaking the internet.
Yeah, Ralph breaks.
Is he popping bottles of champagne for Paper Magazine?
It's actually it's just him and a cat the whole movie. That's
Yeah, no, there's no Riri in this. There's no breaking dishes.
Okay.
Apparently something's gone wrong with the internet, and Wreck-It Ralph has to go on an adventure to find the special part to fix it.
I'm so excited for this.
Once again, most of the original voice cast is coming back. This is another one that they should have revamped this one before they revamped some of the others that they've done. So it'll be interesting to see how they make it new, especially with all the...
I'm glad they didn't do video games again, because I feel like they treaded that water. And I was so surprised with the first movie that they were able to get some of the, or even copy some of the properties that they did.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't think you'll ever get another Who Framed Roger Rabbit ever again with the sort of melding of different animation properties. The lines are so divided now.
Yeah.
But to be able to do the internet, it actually I didn't even think about it. But as soon as I figured it out, I was like, oh, that actually makes a ton of sense. There's so much to pull from there.
Yeah.
Nobody's really done a movie like this where you can play from that, and having it being animated makes it so open for so many opportunities. I'm super excited.
And with the original film's mandate about bullying and, being outside of what people categorize you
I didn't even
as.
think about that for the internet.
Yeah, for the internet, it's
Oh my
amazing.
God.
Whoa.
So, who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens with Wreck-It Ralph and
All
if he
right.
fixes that internet.
All
We'll
right.
see.
Well, there's a new cryptocurrency craze going on. Time to take out some more stocks and sugar because the Mary Poppins Returns trailer is here.
Wow, you pull it from cryptocurrency to Mary Poppins. I'll give you credit for that one.
I will give you extreme street cred for that seamless transition.
yeah,
Colin.
yeah.
Nicely done.
It's almost like you're a professional.
Yeah, Mary Poppins is back.
This podcast is probably my favorite one that I've ever been on, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. This is a pretty great one. I've heard this is I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I heard it was really good.
The trailer is very interesting. It looks some of the design looks a little darker, which
Yeah.
I think is appropriate.
It's a return. I mean,
Yeah. Emily Blunt will be Mary Poppins.
who's great.
And Lin-Manuel Miranda will be in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And this, according to my readings, this time we take a look at the son from the first Mary Poppins.
Really?
So, yeah. So there's a little bit of coming back, coming home, and breaking the cycle that, you know, a lot of kids are like, I'll never become like my dad. I'll never get to that place, and, you know, reinfusing the magic.
So is the son going to be the father?
I believe so. That's what
And yet Mary Poppins has not aged?
Mary Poppins is
Immortal?
just always on point.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And speaking of people who thought they'd never become like their dad, Andy from Toy Story 4, is he about to be a dad in the new Toy Story 4 release?
Jesus.
There is not a lot written about this.
Well, that was a swing and a miss.
Toy Story 4 is coming out June 2019.
Well, because wasn't he in college last time?
He was in college.
Okay, so it's totally dad time.
No, but here's the thing, though. Like, he gave up his toys at the end of the third one.
Yeah.
He gave them up to this little girl. So
Have you watched all the like Christmas specials and all the like the extra?
No.
Of course you have. I apologize. I didn't realize who I was talking to. This is Dr. Disney. They're so fun. I love this new universe with this new little girl and
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
But that's what it needed, though, because if you're going to keep beating the same storyline and timeline to death, there's going to be no growth. And then you're stuck in what happened to the Shrek franchise, where there's no... That's true. Like, there was nowhere else to go, and
It's
anything
true.
that they came out with was really subpar.
So here's what's going to happen. Andy has kids. This little girl is their babysitter. Boom. That's how they connect. The
Okay,
dots.
so we're gonna...
They always connect.
We're gonna take a bet and
Yeah.
see
Okay,
if Colin is on point with this. We'll
Sure.
see.
M. Night Shyamalan is the producer.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
That's what...
Plot twists.
That's what we need.
I think the real question
Get
is
that like a hole in the head.
how are they going to make us cry in this one? Because that last one was I didn't think anybody else could. I didn't think it could hurt me as much as When She Loved Me,
Yeah.
from the second movie. But that third one, when they're going into oh my God.
I have a feeling that we're gonna have a sweet opening sequence with some Randy Newman, and you're gonna feel really good inside.
Oh yeah.
and then
okay.
and then it's gonna get dashed,
oh.
like all of our hopes.
Oh no.
But you know that's how Disney do.
I'm.
Disney and Pixar just turn that mirror on you, and you feel it.
Oh, it hurts me so good, Disney.
Womp womp. What else do we got going on, Colin?
I don't know. You guys tell me. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in the studio.
That's what happens when we're.
Lion King is getting the live action treatment along with a Guy Ritchie Aladdin.
Yeah, these are exciting.
I'm so excited.
Of all the live action remakes, I'm excited for The Lion King the most because I don't know if either of you guys saw the Jungle Book remake.
Oh, so good.
It was, but it wasn't really. It was live action? So that's what I'm wondering. Is it going to be live action with a bunch of CG?
Super CGI though.
That's the thing.
I'm not sure how the visuals will come out.
Yeah.
But I'm excited because you could see it being successful, and Jon Favreau is back directing this one again.
Oh,
Yeah,
Johnny Fav.
He's back. And we got James Earl Jones back as Mufasa, Donald Glover as Simba, Beyonce as
Okay.
Nala.
Wait, Donald Glover?
Yeah.
Into it.
wow.
Yeah,
Into
Childish
it.
Gambino, Be
into
Rule,
this.
and Pride Rock. And
That's amazing. That's
So-
actually perfect. His voice would be perfect for that.
right? And Seth Rogen's Pumbaa. You know, you got to get your token
Oh my
womp
God.
womp guy in there.
Gonna eat the bugs, man.
So, you know, it's going to be really interesting. I think this is an opportunity for them to do the most with visual animation.
Yeah.
With it just being pure animals.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then Guy Ritchie, they're letting him take the reins on Aladdin. Don't know how I feel about that.
It's just a lot of like really fast talking and not understandable like.
Well, and
Imagine if Aaron Sorkin did Aladdin, because there is a lot of walking and talking.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know if there's so much walking and talking in Aladdin though.
You never seen Aladdin? There's so much walking and
I
talking.
think it's a lot of like sitting and looking into the distance and
Oh,
talking.
there's so much walking and talking. Him and his monkey all over the place. Get real.
that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Aaron Sorkin, I know you can hear me because we're BFFs on the internet. Cut into this Guy Ritchie thing. You need to be the director on this Aladdin live action film.
Guy Ritchie, He's such a disappointment.
He's polarizing, I feel like, because sometimes he's really good.
No, he's like a grade 8 dance. You get all excited for it, and then you get
Doesn't
there.
he come in your pants?
No. No.
Wasn't he married to Madonna?
Yes,
Yeah,
he
that was probably a big letdown too.
And he called that one of the, and this isn't the direct quote, but in the interview, he said that was one of the weirdest and worst mistakes he's ever made.
Really?
Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, exactly. Madonna. But no,
Not Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Guy Ritchie, he's just a bit of a letdown. You know, you think you're going to get to second base, and then you just end up standing arms length apart, and you never get to where you want to go.
It's unfortunate. It sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Not firsthand.
As a doctor looks off into the distance and with memories circling throughout her brain.
This is what they need in Aladdin, is the far off looking. But the one big thing that everybody's talking about with this one, our buddy Big Willie Smith, is the genie.
That's the thing that I am not excited about. I'm sorry.
I like Will Smith. I think that he has grown a lot in the last few years. I've seen a lot of his like online content, and he's stepping it up.
But but think about it though. You know, if the original Aladdin didn't have Robin Williams, if you didn't have that association in your brain, and I certainly do, because that was the stuff that I grew up with. Will Smith is charismatic. He's musical. He's funny.
Yeah,
and he's got some swag to him. So you know, everything that the genie should and could be. And I think a lot of people aren't going to give it a chance because you can't separate the role from Robin Williams.
It's going from oh my god to ha 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 ha. That's basically
both of those were terrible impressions.
Yeah,
Robin Williams.
That's awful.
Richard,
I'm not alive anymore.
Hey Richard,
stop it.
You should really stick to producing. Sorry.
It's like when you're driving in the car with your parents and you're singing along to a song on the radio and your dad goes, "Hey, who sings this?" And you tell them who it is, and he's like, "You should probably let them do it."
Yeah, it's never gonna stop me.
Swing and a miss.
Can't stop. It won't stop.
Little last minute ticker news here. Apparently, Kate Winslet and James McAvoy are joining forces for Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
All right, they are.
How do you got some feelings?
Okay, so Bedknobs and Broomsticks. My husband had never seen it, and I made him watch it.
What? Oh, if he was here right now, I'd slap him in the face. What an idiot.
And, okay, so the movie's from 1971.
Can we take a pause to imagine what that would sound like?
That's my maniacal laughter in the background.
I like it. Yeah.
But, yeah, the movie's from 71. It stars Angela Lansbury and Dave Tomlinson.
Dave Thomas.
No, not Dave Thomas. Not this time. Two performers that were the pinnacle at that time, and really the movie. It doesn't need to be redone. It's one of those ones that you can't take a fresh take on a witch versus Nazis. You can't.
Well, it is 2018, and we've seen some pretty weird things over the last year.
I know we have, but in the context of what this movie was. And how relevant it was at that time. Now, I just don't see it growing. I don't see it being worth the remake.
Well, yeah, because now we have the witch has joined forces with the Nazis.
Jesus.
Oh! I didn't know it was New York Times. Colin just showed up.
But to be fair,
it's Bagel.
Even though I'm not excited about it, to be fair, you have James McAvoy and you have Kate Winslet. So if you're going to throw two people at it to sort of give it a spark, we'll see.
I would hope for a Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet on that one.
Really?
No.
Leonardo DiCaprio will never return Disney's call.
James McAvoy is a treasure.
I can't imagine that ever happening.
That'd be so funny.
It would be.
I would love
Did you see McAvoy in Split?
No.
Oh my god.
No.
So good.
I love him in Atonement though. He's fantastic.
He's one of those actors I feel like is just like he just keeps like this sort of lower radar, and nobody's really putting him anything really huge yet. But he's amazing in everything that he's been in, and like all the movies that he's been in have been like a weird hit, even though I don't think they were meant to be. So I hope this is something.
He's one of those well-rounded guys that is, as you said, under the radar, but when in doubt, like we need someone to do
I guess he was
Why don't
in.
you just-
Well, you know what? He
just
was in
call him
X-Men. I'm an
McAvoy.
idiot. He was in an X-Men.
You know
show.
what though?
Yeah.
Like realistically speaking, he has predominantly done films that, if they were put out in like the 1980s, would be considered cult classics. But due to the internet and widespread popularity of independent films and kind of the underground scene of movies nowadays and the accessibility to them, they've become huge smash hits.
Yeah, it's true.
That's fair. That's fair. But honestly, with all these remakes and stuff, with all this news, it's going to be interesting to see how, because Disney is not going to stop remaking things, and they're not.
No.
Do you think that Leo would take the call if Disney did a remake of Titanic in an animated series?
What?
Wait, do they have the rights to that now?
I don't know. Probably.
Probably?
They own like 99% of.
They own James Cameron, right? I think
Somebody has to.
somebody has to. Well, we'll see. But yeah, it'll be interesting the next 3 to 5 years with all of these live action releases to see what the studios learn from them, if they're actually worth being remade, because there have been a couple that have come out and have been fantastic.
Honestly, Jungle Book was so well done that I really,
Yeah.
thinking about Lion King getting that same treatment, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I think that it has obviously there's going to have to be a ton of CGI, but we have an opportunity to see something really quite cool with that.
Exactly. And, hate is going to hate, and I can totally...
What about the players?
They just go and play.
Oh, shit.
And I can see both sides of this argument that, you don't need to beat the horse to death and just let these movies stand on their own. But, that's how a lot of these...
It's 2018.
companies
It's the
are gonna
year of the
learn,
beaten
right?
horse, isn't
That's
it?
right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shake it off.
Just shake it off, baby. You and Tay Swift.
Oh yeah, me and my girl T.
Now on to the Doctor's Vault.
So, what have you been watching? What Disney stuff have you been consuming lately?
Well, I did a Disney princess marathon because I wasn't feeling well a couple weeks ago, and because I am a sucker for consistency, I started in the beginning, Snow White, 1937,
Of course.
and
Now I see how you and your husband know each other.
Started from the bottle, now we're here,
yeah,
as they say.
started from 37.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
Oh my
And
God.
it was really interesting to watch them in sequence from princess to princess to princess to see just how the characters changed, how their interaction with everyone around them changed, the evolution of sidekick characters, the evolution of princes, or the de-evolution of princes, depending on which one we were watching. So that was pretty interesting. Finally caught up. As I said, I'd never seen Cars 2.
I like that you hate those movies, but you're gonna watch them all.
Well, you gotta. You can't say that you love something and just pick and choose
It's true.
of that genre. You have to give everything a shot, whether
Sometimes
you
you gotta
like it or not.
Sometimes you gotta read a Green Lantern comic book.
Exactly.
Sometimes you just
But yeah, so, and also, as I said, my husband had never seen Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
fucking idiot.
And see, my sort of
that guy.
genre is the original era genre from the 30s onward, whether it be live action, all that stuff. So sharing, Bedknobs and Broomsticks with him. I was watching Monkey's Uncle, Song of the South, all of these old school live action or half live action, half animation movies, and just sort of reliving the glory days.
Glory days.
Yeah.
Make a young girl cry. Glory days.
Wow, you're really good.
Yeah,
you should keep doing that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sweet.
But yeah, that's what I've been watching. I have been trying to expand my horizons, also watching some of the Disney TV shows, etc.
That was my next question.
Yeah, there's this whole new princess craze. Her name is Elena of Avalor, and I'd never heard of her. And I saw her dolls in the store one day, and I realized, because I'm not watching Disney TV anymore, that I'm not up on some of these things.
Oh my God.
So I started to go through and see what it was all about. And they're doing some really interesting stuff. Disney is still pretty great in the way of teaching, youth life lessons.
Yeah.
You know, it's on the most part still pretty favorable. Watching some of those old school ones, some of the lessons,
Bit racy.
Oh, like super racy, super inappropriate,
Super racy, bud.
yeah, and using the most ridiculous songs about, you know, crossing the street and all that crazy nonsense. But
Is there more like teen and adult like TV shows from Disney coming out at all?
there was that whole timeline where there was things like Lizzie McGuire and The Suite of Zack and Cody. I'd never, and I still to this day have never seen any of that stuff.
I've seen some,
but
Lizzie
all
McGuire.
these amazing artists, like even the High School Musical era, all these amazing artists.
I
like
was
Zac
just gonna
Efron.
bring that up.
Yeah.
When are they gonna bring those guys back to do like the next generation kind of thing, like they did with Degrassi?
But here's the thing though. A lot of these performers, they might not bring back or try to revamp it because people like the Jonas Brothers, etc., were pigeonholed into the Disney image. You know, no sex, no drinking, no drugs.
That never tends to
And-
work out for them.
And so
Now they're doing
well,
like Nick
sex
Jonas, fire.
drugs,
right
fucking
on fire,
drinking
Straight
so
fire.
swole.
and
Yeah.
drinking drugs,
But this is what I mean.
having sex with.
Are you done?
What are you talking
Are you
about?
just having sex
over
with
there?
booze?
What are you doing in the corner? I can't even handle you right now. But it's true. I don't see a big revamp happening in that perspective. In
No.
terms of teen and young adult programming, they're always putting out new stuff.
Yeah.
But I haven't kept up with it. That I can openly admit that I don't.
You out of the
Partake?
closet on that one?
Well, there's only a few hours in the day, and there's so much to watch.
There's 24 rough.
Well,
I'm trying to catch up on Bob's Burgers. You know, things are hard.
are you excited for the like streaming platform that they're going to eventually put out? Like,
It will. I'm excited because they'll probably release a whole bunch of stuff onto that streaming platform that we don't have access to.
I feel
right
like
now.
that's going to be their way of releasing the vault.
Yes, I think that that's very fair. But there's definitely a few things that, for example, a movie like Song of the South from '46.
Yeah.
They want to keep some of those hidden away in the vault because they aren't relevant. They aren't.
There's just some stuff that like my wife and I have been trying to find like some of the like 50s and 60s live action Disney stuff, and
Like
it's
20,000
so hard.
Leagues and-
like Island at the Top of the World,
Yeah.
like what's the Irish the Leprechaun one, something O'Doul. It's with Sean Connery's in it. It's from '59.
Oh yes. I can't.
Something in the Little People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have like all the Pollyanna series. You have
Yeah.
Yeller. You have
all these ones that you can't get anywhere. You can't.
I had them all on
quotations,
VH.
download them.
I had them all on VHS
VHS.
growing up, and that's the only way you can see them now because a lot of them they won't re-release them because of social contexts and things like that. So it would be nice to see this open streaming and connecting what's relevant and what's new to the ye old phantasma of beforehand, but I don't see that happening. I'm interested now that Disney owns all these platforms and all this content. It's interesting to see if they'll take new spins on them, if they'll create new diverse programming. I'm not sure.
Well, because I think that they're already developing like new Marvel shows just for this platform. So like I feel like there's some really cool stuff that we could get based on that. But I just God, it's another like $8 a month.
Imagine
on something.
Imagine the now that Disney own Marvel, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is the next Deadpool gonna look like?
They had
Like, are they gonna really fuck?
they had released
a
a statement because Deadpool was so successful the way that it was that they are just going to let
it be.
Okay. Because they're not looking. They had released in the statement they weren't looking to reinvent the wheel when it came to the Marvel franchises.
No, because I mean Marvel is just so great. I just love it so much.
I feel like they're gonna leave Marvel alone, and then they're gonna totally butt fuck Star Wars.
That wouldn't shock me, but there's a lot of
full on surprise, no lube, butt fuck Star Wars.
Well, let's think about it this way. When I like when we were kids, every Disney movie that came out, there were opportunities. Like I remember the Aladdin TV show as a kid.
So good.
Tailspin, Rescue Rangers.
So good.
Tailspin was amazing.
Oh yeah, I loved it. And so with something like Star
We've got
Wars,
a show to do. Can we just
there
calm down?
with Star Wars, there's so much opportunity for those little spin-off projects to happen without taking away or dismantling what they've created.
The new DuckTales is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you really excited about it?
Yeah.
Like,
Are you high right now? Were you hanging out with Nick Jonas earlier?
Oh God, I wish.
having all of the sex.
Oh my God,
With
get sex
drugs.
all over.
But yeah, I don't see them. I see them fucking with it a little bit, but I don't see them fucking with the movie timelines because they see that that's successful in the path it's going.
They haven't fucked Marvel. They're not going to fuck Disney.
But they might create all these
Star
little
Wars.
spin-off points to try and
Well, yeah, because they're doing like a Han Solo one.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just guys, calm the fuck down, okay?
What?
Calm the fuck down.
You shut your mouth. I want
That
as
mo-
much of this as I
that
can
that
get.
movie does not look good.
No, what? Oh, you're
We need
drunk.
to
Boss,
keep
it
Star
doesn't.
Wars. Star Wars has to like stay on its own like path.
Yeah.
Has to stay on in its own direction.
No,
because it's not one
Ryan
of-
Johnson. Ryan Johnson, you're a gem.
Shut up.
You just
You
keep
shut
making
up.
movies.
Shut up.
Guys.
The reality is that Star Wars isn't a franchise that's built in a way that can independently branch out like that and have it really, really work.
Yeah,
It needs those overlaps.
Rogue One was amazing.
No.
Go home.
Okay.
Okay.
See, I
He
love.
doesn't like Rogue One, so
I loved Rogue One, but
guys know he's drunk.
But this new Han Solo, I can
Sobes for days, bro.
I can pass.
really.
Yeah, I can pass.
Oh my God.
You want to
Yeah.
go do anything
Donald
else on the
Glover.
day that it's
Yeah.
released? Yeah, let's go to the
Yep,
the park.
Yeah, that's a date. We can watch. I would rather watch Cars 3 with Colin.
Done. I'm in.
You know what? Fine then. Your husband and I will go see it. How about that?
That's fine. Yeah. I don't see that working out, but that's okay.
Are you gonna bring Nick Jonas? Because that's the only way he said that he would go.
Oh
you
my
kidding me?
God, you
In a
guys. Fuck.
No, but would Nick Jonas go with you?
What do you? Why when
He's
then
never.
You might want to go.
He's never going to return Richard's calls. He
No.
will. He will just keep texting new phone who dis.
Hit it and quit it. That's what he's about.
Old phone. Who dis? Same number. Who dis?
Oh jeez.
Oh, sorry, I gotta go. Only have 94% left on my battery.
Nick Jonas, why you hurt me?
But yeah, Disney.
It's so good.
Disney's just running roughshod over everyone right now. Pretty soon, we're all going to be intellectual property of Disney.
Fuck.
Well, not Colin. Colin's not going to be intellectual anyway.
I'd have to find some intellect for that. To work.
All right, what's next?
One and only joke Richard has ever told that ever landed. And on to questions. We were going to Reddit.
Sweet.
Wait, what's Reddit? Is that a place where people are nice?
I know it's a place where things are pretty dark.
Yeah.
And everyone is awful.
Oh,
and
okay.
mean,
Yeah.
and scary. I hear that they like tell you how to pirate movies and give you direct links and stuff like that. Ugh, not a place I want to go.
No, that's fair.
No, it's true. This is the Disney podcast.
So, Reddit question from One Imagineer. How about the Pixar theory? Are there other Disney princesses related to that? Or is there any evidence that the princess movies are connected or share a universe?
Love this question.
Okay. So,
Soup's good.
so,
Yeah, I feel like you have to explain the Pixar theory.
so first of all, how about the Pixar theory? I'm not sure what you're asking. I think the Pixar theory is dope.
Okay.
What it means is
Dope on a rope.
Dope on a rope. Yeah, I'm really on the word dope today.
That's pretty dope.
The whole idea behind the Pixar theory is that every movie that Pixar has ever released is in some way connected,
Okay.
And shared universe.
shared universe, and that there are all these Easter eggs hidden throughout the movies that connect all of them together. For example, By and Large, which is the big conglomerate that fucks the world over in WALL-E, you see By and Large show up in Cars and in some what was the other one? One of their boxes shows up in another movie. So they're trying to, and the little round ball
Yeah.
that was part of an original short story from Pixar with the little star on
Yes.
it. That shows up in almost every movie.
And then there's something to do with the door. There's like a door number.
Oh yes. Okay. So it's A113, and what that means is it it was a classroom number at the California Art Institute, I believe.
Yes.
Where they all trained, and they put that number in every movie in some fashion.
That's really awesome.
But like this theory, like the timeline goes all the way from like the Good Dinosaur,
The Middle Ages, yeah.
No.
which obviously prehistoric, and then it goes all the way to like Monsters University, which actually sets the date at like between 3100 and 5200.
Actually, so yeah.
By and large dinosaurs, how can I help you?
Here's the thing with the Pixar theory. It makes sense for
Pixar
for everything to live in a shared universe.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. But this whole idea of trying to fit each movie into this linear timeline, there's a lot of little pieces here and there that you can tell some people are just reaching to make it fit.
I mean, people on the internet reaching to make an opinion? No.
Yeah, for example, in the last Toy Story, there is a postcard from Carl and Ellie from Up on Andy's bulletin board. So we can safely assume that they're related. And
Yes.
in this theory that I looked up, apparently it's Carl and Ellie writing to Andy saying that toys have consciousness and they're going to rise up.
What?
And there's going to be an animal takeover. And
What?
so that's why Andy gives all his toys away. Not because he's going to college, but because of the sentient toy.
now I just want to see that.
Yeah.
Andy doesn't discover minimalism right before college?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, exactly.
How tough would that be to believe?
And then where the theory ends in this one timeline that I was reading, it ends with the infinity symbol centering around Boo from Monsters, Inc. That Boo has been leaving all these Easter eggs in all these other movies because she's mastered time travel.
What?
But she doesn't.
Well, yeah, because she figured out the doors or whatever, right?
No, actually,
Isn't that some like Friedrich Nietzsche shit?
that's
Something about the perception.
the doors are the way that the monsters universe can connect with the human universe. But what she discovers is sort of like the best way I can explain it is like the Tesseract. So she masters time travel, but not necessarily universe travel.
Weird ass comic book reference. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So she can hop through time in one linear universe, but not hop between the two universes. So and they say things like, "Oh, she went all the way back to Brave, and she missed
Brave.
and she missed Sully, so she carved Sully out of wood and left it there." You know, it instead of putting the onus on the magic on the witch of that movie, they're trying to make all these pieces fit by saying this little girl in the one movie is infinite time herself. And
Is it so wrong that I kind of genuinely love that though?
it's not wrong,
Okay.
but it frustrates me because
If it feels right, it's never wrong.
it's a smart enough theory, and you can prove it accurately to say that they all are in a shared universe. Like, that's totally fine. That's totally provable. And as they continue making movies, it's easy to link them together. But when you start MacGyvering bits and pieces that have no context and no evidence to fit into a theory that's already provable, what's the point?
Yeah, Colin.
I don't know.
I didn't say I came up with the fucking thing. I just said that I didn't hate the idea of it.
But it's true. Like, it is very interesting.
It's like,
And
gun laws and registration and
And the
stuff
Pixar
like that.
theory has
I'm
merit.
into those theories.
yeah. And to be honest, every time I go back and rewatch movies, I find myself looking for those little bits and pieces. So there's merit, and there's also artistic merit. It gives animators and story writers a chance to try and create new little bits and bobs that the true fans are going to be
You
looking
are
for.
really obsessed with Bob's Burgers right now, huh?
Talking about bits and bobs.
Bits and bobs. Bits and Bob's Burgers.
Bits and bits.
Oh.
And Bobs.
So the other part of this question, are the Disney princesses related to that? From everything I've seen, read, talked about, it's just Merida, because Merida is from the Pixar style universe.
Which one's Meredith?
Merida is the Scottish
Oh, from Brave?
from Brave with
Brave.
the beautiful
Brave.
yeah.
So how you have to say it?
Yeah, she's the
Sorry, how do
really
you
awesome
pronounce it
one.
It's brave.
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 Why?
Oh, yeah, he's brave. I was losing that real quick.
Yeah, you sounded kind of like a. I can't put my finger on it.
Butthole? Maybe? It's all
Okay.
right. You tried.
It's okay. I tried.
In terms of the other Disney princess movies,
Yeah.
there is no evidence that from Snow White to where we are now are connected. But in the last few years, they've started weaving in some fan theories and Easter eggs that are left behind. In Frozen from 2013.
Oh, I've heard this. Yes.
Yeah. When the doors open for the coronation, Anna comes out, and as soon as the doors open, you see Tiana and Aurora. And then when she comes out, she passes Eugene and Rapunzel.
Yeah.
So
that whole
thing. And with Eugene and Rapunzel, I think it was 2009 that Tangled came out. I'm pretty sure it's 2009 or 2010. 2010. So they were
2010. You're right.
Yeah, there's a bunch of fan theories going around that if Eugene and Rapunzel came to the coronation, that Elsa and Anna's parents probably died on the way to their wedding, to Rapunzel and Eugene's wedding.
Ooh.
And there's no proof that the ship actually sank. So they composite that the ships from Ariel, one of them belonged to Anna and Elsa's parents. And there's this other little theory that Tarzan is actually Anna and Elsa's brother.
That's right. I've heard that.
That they were washed ashore with the baby boy and away they went. So
they're a rad theory.
Yeah. So there's a theory that what they call the New Age princesses are linked in a fashion, but there is no evidence of the previous, 70 years, the previous 70 so years are connected.
All right.
Whew. That was a lot of material.
I know.
That's what you get with the doctor.
For LOM forever. I don't know what that is. Do you think that Pinocchio continued to grow up after he became a real boy, or was he stuck as a human child forever?
This is awesome.
Much akin to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay, once again, it's plausible. This fan theory is totally plausible, because when the blue... I rewatched Pinocchio the other day
for fun.
For fun. But as I was going through it, I was thinking about the blue fairy and what she says and what her magic is.
Yeah.
And she just says, little puppet made of pine, awake. She doesn't say, you'll stay a boy forever or grow up or whatever. But I think he does grow up.
Forever, whatever.
My heart is I will love you forever. But I think he does grow up because Geppetto is so old.
So old.
He is. He's legit super old.
Hanging out with a little boy.
Geppetto,
why
terrible, lack of responsibility to wish for such a thing when you're about to be a dead guy anyways.
But that
what a monster.
Man's not wrong.
But that's the thing, though, is why make this forever little boy so that, once Geppetto's dead, he has nothing.
Terrible wish number 2. The guy's got no gainful employment after his idiot owner dies. Was he going to be a child actor forever? Well, ask Frankie Muniz how that worked out.
Oh, oppression.
Oh,
womp womp womp.
Frankie Muniz.
But yeah, it's totally plausible. In all the readings that I've ever done, I've never, I Googled the story as well just to see if any of the original books and stories, if he ever grows up.
Yeah.
And
not gonna happen.
It's possible that he could stay forever little boy, but it would be pretty bad storytelling.
Can you imagine trying to going through his first
applications?
His first sexual experiences and things like that, and then it's just
I'm not a puppet, I'm a real boy.
I swear this has never happened before.
Jesus.
Here's something to consider.
Lie to me a little down there.
Does he not turn back into a puppet after Geppetto dies? Or would he not?
Oh.
Because it's Geppetto's wish.
Yeah, it loses sentience.
Essentially to be his companion.
You know what, Colin? That's actually a really good fan theory.
That's fucked up.
Fucking shit up.
All right,
Disney World.
Disney execs, since you're always listening.
Always listening.
Can we please get because
follow-up.
every other old school Disney movie except for like Dumbo has
a death.
has a really lame sequel. Let's see if we can get that Pinocchio 2, Geppetto's End.
Geppetto's Revenge.
This time it's puppets.
And see if we can follow them along.
He wishes for Pinocchio to lose his boyness.
Oh God! Oh.
Never mind.
Geppetto for a reason.
Backpedal. Edit point.
Oh my God! Yeah, and that's an actual edit point.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, what's next, Colin?
Hopefully better stuff from everyone.
You brought us here.
Cray girl says.
Oh, girl, cray.
Girl, she cray.
Girl, you cray.
She double cray.
She two crays.
She two cray. I would dare call her Craze Girl.
Okay, what'd she say?
What do you think of the cracked theory that Aladdin takes place in a pocket universe?
So, in this theory, from the cracked,
Fucking rad ass theory.
it is a rad ass theory that Aladdin is contained in its own little pocket universe, and that the genie is stuck in this infinite loop and has Aladdin and
Wouldn't that have been nice if the genie could stay in an infinite loop?
Exactly. Oh, womp womp. R.I.P. Robin Williams. R.I.P. Poor Robin Williams. But in this theory, it's more so
sad
that
for Robin Williams getting like murdered by Richard right now in an impression.
Oh yeah, I'm killing this impression.
No, I mean like bad murder.
no, stop. But yeah,
Wish we could like Photoshop erase
Who go Photoshop?
podcast. Like just like silence his mic every once in a while. Zip.
Oh yeah, it's like you just need someone to produce it. Oh,
Mom Womp. He's got all the toys.
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
I like their theory.
Photoshop.
One of those. It's sort of like how Colin liked that other theory earlier. I think it's a really cool idea. I think that it's really neat. The thought that it's all
post-apocalyptic.
It's all contained in this special little universe, and that the genie. Because they comment on the genie having all these references and things like that, and there's no way that he could have those.
Yep.
If we were in the past,
unless he's a genie and time has no meaning.
But this is the thing. This is where I take a counterpoint.
Genie time.
Because in the movie The Sword and the Stone,
Yep.
Classic.
It is a classic. It's actually my favorite.
I've been actually watching Merlin lately, and they just got to the Sword and the Stone part in season 4. So good.
Yeah, it's a great movie, and in that movie, Merlin says, I have the power to see into the future, centuries into the future. He goes to Bermuda and comes back to King Arthur's time in like Bermuda shorts,
Yes.
and so
He's got the Disney hat on.
Yeah. So the
goofy hat, wasn't it?
No. That's when Robin Williams comes back.
Oh yes. Yeah. Okay.
In the Aladdin movies, but
you mean he can come back?
This is the thing: you have these magical entities that can travel through time and travel into the future and not have it affect where they end up. Mm-hmm. So the genie is just another magical character. You don't need them to be stuck in this pocket universe and having remembered all these references from time gone by. Mm-hmm. He can just as easily, like Merlin, like Maleficent, like all of these magical characters, manipulate and travel and hold on to that.
Fucking rad.
So that's the only thing I would dare say is that I like the theory. I think it has merit, but
it's got a little crack in it.
Yeah, you got that. That's the crack that I see. So
release the Kraken.
Sorry, cracked team.
The Kraken.
I can't just be pro theory.
Super original Reddit name Hector237 asks, does Pixar
I think
count?
Hector's a pretty good name.
It was a 237 part though.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, it's a very, very inside joke.
Oh my god!
Yeah, maybe you should keep it
out.
Get out!
Get out!
You should try playing outside every once in a while.
No,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he needs more outside time.
I'm an indoor kid.
Some vitamin outside. Does Pixar count? If so, do you believe that the toys from Toy Story are immortal? Or do you think that as they grow old, they gradually slow down and lose sentience until they are actually just toys?
All right. I love this question. I love this question. First of all, does Pixar count?
My question for Reddit, are you guys all like a little bit high?
Yeah, there's a little bit of darkness.
Whoa, so here's what I'm thinking.
Not just darkness, just like, you ever like wonder how like gravity works? It's
Does Pixar count?
Gravity?
But like, does it even like count?
What does it count for?
And the answer is yes, it does.
Does it count like 1, 2, 3, or does it count like,
Or does it count like 1,
No, that's Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Get out.
The count.
Yeah,
Get
no,
out.
I am the count.
I am the count now.
I am the doctor now. Okay? I am the doctor
Okay,
now.
sorry. We're sorry.
I apologize.
Pixar does count. Pixar does count in if you're asking does Pixar count in the Disney universe? Yes, it's its own separate entity, but it's part of the Disney family.
You're part of the Disney family now.
Exactly. I do believe that the Toy Story toys are eternal, not immortal.
Oh.
That they stay alive until they are destroyed. Staying alive. Like we see in the first Toy Story, the Combat Carl dies a horrible death at the hands of Sid.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
You know, so I think that they are eternal until they are incinerated or
Don't bring up those memories.
you know what I mean, but that they don't die unless they are destroyed. But I don't think that they grow old and gradually slow down.
They do break down.
No, in the Pixar theory that we like so much, it is hypothesized that the sentient toys draw their energy from human love.
From batteries, like every other fucking toy.
Well, those without batteries, my love.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Jeez.
exactly.
Is that even a toy?
So, you know, they get their zest for life and their life energy from being with kids and being played with, and their energy from humans. There's this awesome movie that is not in the Disney universe called Book of Life. And in that movie,
That's right. I haven't seen that yet.
It's fantastic. Please watch it, Disney listeners.
It's like the poor man's Coco.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Really?
That's called Pepsi.
Yeah, it's really good. And in this movie, there's a whole idea of when you die, you go to the land of the remembered because your loved ones remember you and honor you. And then when they stop honoring you and they forget about you, you go to the land of the forgotten and become dust.
It's the land of the misfit toys right there.
Well, in a way. So I feel that there's a lot of that in this Toy Stories theory, that these toys, as long as someone is playing with them and loving them, that energy keeps them going, and that they will lose sentience and become just toys as they enter like that land of the forgotten.
Step aside, Energizer Bunny.
Exactly. So I would dare say that that as eternal beings in this universe, that it's incredibly plausible that they don't lose sentience or stop being at their full capacity unless they're destroyed or removed from human love. That's my thought.
Which is pretty much the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, so deep. Are you on Reddit?
I'm so Reddit right now. So we're going over to the emails.
Check the emails.
Oh, I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah, well, I've been doing it for all this podcast for so long. So.
Reed Vanier has a question, and he says, if you had 3 wishes on the magic lamp, what would they be? Side question, do you think you'd actually do the right thing and burn a wish on freeing the genie?
Okay.
Is that even considered burning a wish?
Yeah, well, according to Reed Vanier, it's burning a wish. All right.
Burn the wish!
This is huge. So
this is a big one, folks. Let's do this.
So as we know from Aladdin, my the things I wouldn't be allowed to do would be to kill someone, make someone fall in love with me, or bring people back from the dead. So which limits me huge. You know, now I can't just kill everybody I want. So the first one I'd want is the access.
You could slow down their lives, though.
Would be unlimited travel. I would love just the ability.
Just all the air miles?
Yeah, because
Unlimited air
because like where I live right now,
undisclosed location.
It's really hard sometimes to get flights and get access to places like I'd love to travel. I'd love to be able to see my family a lot more. So if for the rest of my days I could just get on a plane and not have to pay for it, or snap my fingers and be...
Apparently there was a woman in the UK who was doing that, just jumping on flights.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
She like literally was just like
jump onto the wheel well of them?
No, she would like just have like a printed out ticket and just quickly breeze through like security, quickly breeze through gates, like just apparently she got like 5 or 6 like free flights out of it doing it. She's been busted a few times doing it, but she just keeps doing it.
Wow, that's pretty rad.
Yeah, I would love that. That would make my world so much easier.
A whole new world.
The second one,
Oh, so what you want actually is just a magic carpet.
Teleportation is what you want.
I just want unlimited travel. I don't want a magic carpet. I want
Because you don't want to like go there.
No.
You just want to be there.
I want to be in a if I would love to just be there.
Yeah.
If I have to go there, I don't want to go on a magic carpet. I want to be in a seat with a
Comfy ass seat.
I don't want to sit for very long.
Well, no,
That's
but
my
I
point.
want
if you
I want
have
the
to.
safety features associated with that. I don't want to just sit on a fucking carpet. I could
Yeah.
fall off.
No, what I mean, like, I feel like Richard might be onto something with the teleportation.
Well, no. If that was the, I feel like
Yeah, that would be my big one.
Okay.
The second one, I'm super selfish about. Right now, I am very pregnant, and all I want is instant food all the time.
Oh my god, I almost brought you an ice cream sandwich tonight.
why would you tell her that?
I wouldn't have stopped loving you.
Oh my god,
I
I
would
did a bunch
never-
of Reddit.
You know what we do have downstairs is carrot cake if you want some.
Oh, I'll race you there.
That's very tempting.
I did a bunch of Reddit this afternoon and ate the
But yeah, like
ice cream cookie. That's what happened.
Like if I don't have to, if I can just get home from work or wherever and never, ever, 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 ever have to lift a pot and pan or just be like, I want to go to McDonald's, but I don't want to get in a car.
Hold on, it's 2018. Isn't that what husbands are for?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big dream. We'll see.
Lubba-dubba-dub-dub-dub.
But yeah, I just want instant food.
bombs.
And I know it's totally sad for me.
You know what?
But
would you want like one of the Star Trek like the food phaser things that where you can just ask for whatever you want?
Yeah, and you can just like click the button that's like, I want gummy bears.
replicator, yes.
But I also want like a decent salad so I don't feel like a bad person. And then throw a poutine on there too.
Poutine
Oh,
salad?
Bish, please.
Poutine on a bed of salad.
Well, no, not on a
and
bed
then
of
you
salad.
never get to the salad.
No. You keep them separate
Oh, why?
because that's gross, buddy.
Well, you wouldn't have to eat the salad.
Have you had the shawarma poutine in this city?
Duh.
Oh my god.
Of course.
so
It's
good.
too
course
big
it
for
has.
just one person, though. Unless you're me.
or me.
Oh my
fair
god!
play.
And then my final one.
And Reed makes 3.
Oh,
How do you know that he said that? Who's
who's Reed?
We've talked about this before.
wow? Even
Reed, whoever you are, I'm feeling bad for you,
I have
bud.
a big crush on him. That's who he is. He's my man crush in the
Colin.
city.
I bet he's got a
Man
big
crush
dick.
in the city.
All right, so my final wish, I would free the genie, but if freeing the genie was not an option, I would wish for medical intervention because I can't bring anyone back from the dead. But if like someone that I love dearly had cancer tomorrow and I could just
Cryogenically
like
freeze them,
no, like
for example?
like suck it out and throw it away,
That would be really nice.
like I would love that. That would be my heart melting one. But I would absolutely free the genie. And I wouldn't think twice about it. I don't think it is burning a wish. I think that if you have an opportunity to save another human being from a lifetime of forced servitude,
Well, he's a genie, not a human. First of all. Second of all, if you can't wish to free
wasn't
the
always a
genie,
genie.
you can also wish that lamps never were invented. Boom.
Then you didn't get any of the stuff that you wished for.
Yeah, but the genie would be free, idiot.
I think they would probably just put him in a different thing.
Yeah, a different vessel. Yeah. But I definitely, I would do the right thing, because if you have a chance to...
Okay, a little girl can travel through time, but I can't fucking make this happen. Get real. Come on, internet, have my back on this one.
Oh, sorry, man.
I just think that you're...
Hashtag fuck lamps.
You're a bit of a womp womp if you can look at that situation and be like, no, fuck it, you stand in the lamp. No, I wouldn't do that. So, yeah, that's what I would wish for. There you go, Reed Vanier.
Just
wherever you are,
wish
sure you got a big old wiener.
Oh my god.
Christ.
Oh Jesus.
So, another email from KM.
What's that stand for?
Kilimanjaro.
Oh my god.
I got him.
Oh my god, guys. This is off the rails. Sorry, all of our very devout listeners. This is goddamn ridiculous.
Kilimanjaro.
We call them Disners here.
Oh my god.
I wish people would put the full names of these when I read.
Right.
All right, what's Cam?
All right, Kilimanjaro.
Craft
Crafts Management Services. Which old school Disney movie has aged the worst, as in racist or sexist?
Ooh.
Oh man, there is a lot.
How about those? Were they crows or were they ravens in Dumbo?
They were crows.
Yeah.
Where's all the anti-Jew stuff from when Disney was still alive?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Walter? Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely
had some weird
unfreeze me
friends.
when all the Jews are dead.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Oh, rough history we've had.
Oh my god.
Disney History Week.
I can honestly say that there is a clump of them. There's, Song of the South from 1946.
Oh yeah, that does not sound good.
Yeah,
That sounds. Sounds like
there's
people
a character
getting hung.
named Uncle Remus. He's the guy that sings that zippity doo dah.
Oh yeah, I heard that's not actually a good song.
That's
you.
like my favorite
I know.
song.
I know.
But when you
My Oh My was not a wonderful day.
but when
for
you
him.
see like the folksy racism, like it takes on a whole new meaning.
I'm like
folksy racist.
I'm like
I like
thinking
that.
through the words right now, and I'm like, where's the racism? But I must just be
No, it's with
indoctrinated.
context.
It's a context.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Jungle Book is a wee bit
Is it
racist.
the original?
Yeah, well, it's when we talk about like bullying and being hard on others, and there's definitely some of that. Dumbo would probably be my vote for the most racist.
Really?
Yes.
I have not seen it in a very long time.
And here is why. The crows are one thing. These 5 crows that are just like the most ridiculous African-American stereotypes that sing and are belittled, essentially. Dumbo has his big ears, and the elephants call him a freak and treat him really badly. But I finally listened to that movie with subtitles on.
Oh.
And there's a song that the mostly they're all African-American circus workers sing as they're setting up the tent. And there are a few lines that reference, like, when we get our pay, we just throw all of our money away.
Ooh.
We work all day and work all night. Boss man, don't treat us right. Like it's very...
They sound like true blue collar workers in Alberta, though.
Well,
also.
no, but there's whips and stuff. Like it's the most racist. A runner up for me, funny enough, is the Aristocats, and the Aristocats. There's this little scene where all the alley cats, like the really bad alley cats, come and sing their song, which is a wonderful song. It's called Everybody Wants to Be a Cat, but you have like the stereotypical Russian and the paisano Italian cat playing the accordion.
Oh, it's not racist if they're white.
And Well,
Paisano Italian cat. Isn't that just Garfield?
and then this other
loves
cat
lasagna.
is a Siamese cat, and he plays chopsticks with chopsticks.
Oh, that
On
one's
the
the worst.
piano.
Yeah, that one's the worst.
Yeah, so
The
that's
voice. Oh,
yeah, that's pretty racist. And then in in Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, there's a little scene where all the dwarves are dancing around with Snow White, and Dopey hits his head on the drum cymbal. The drum cymbal falls off the drum, lands on Dopey's head, and he pretends to make slant eyes and
oh my god.
and sachets off the screen like doing a little
God.
like quote unquote Chinaman dance.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Rough.
there are some things. And then of course, you know, Pocahontas is up there because of obviously
Of Pocahontas.
Pocahontas, you
I
know.
saw that in theaters.
But here's the one difference though. This is why I say Dumbo is more racist because Dumbo like everyone is just mistreated, whereas in Pocahontas they actually address a couple of things quite intelligently.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good,
No.
and actually my husband and I had this debate because my most sexist choice was Mulan. Because throughout Mulan, you know, women are nothing, you're dishonoring our family, we won't believe you because you're a woman. It's definitely the most sexist in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then
What was his opinion on that?
his opinion here, I'm going to ask you guys what you think. So something like Dumbo, where it's this absolute racism, and Mulan, where it's this absolute sexism, and same with Pocahontas.
Don't ask which is worse, please.
Well, no, not which is worse, but he said that those movies, the stories were meant for that. Like the Mulan story couldn't have happened if there was no sexism. And the Pocahontas movie couldn't have happened if there was no racism. Is it?
I feel like that's a pretty intelligent way of looking at it.
Wow. I can't believe he said that.
Yeah. So
No, like
does that make it less horrible than something like Dumbo?
it doesn't make it less awful, but it does make it a little bit more like of a learning opportunity for us all, right?
Yeah.
Like, so when you're showing, these are obviously kids films.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like, you know, a little girl going to see Mulan is going to get a different take from that film than a little boy might.
Yeah.
Right? Because a little girl will be like, yeah, I can be as tough as a boy because Mulan can be as tough as a bunch of men and like be way cooler than all of them put together.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, without that, we don't really have that learning balance. Not saying that it's not terrible. We should be just regularly empowering one another to be better in our everyday lives. But that being said, maybe he's not entirely wrong.
Yeah.
With his comment.
Yeah. Well, no, and I totally
for a man.
and I totally understand that it's the reason why these movies were made. But when you're judging, does it make it more racist or more sexist than some of those ones from the older categories where it was, because the ones in the older categories, that was just part of the culture as well.
Yeah,
which
I don't think there's a lot of like learning experiences to be taken from at the time with something like Dumbo. I think it was just blatant racism.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And though, you know, in Mulan it is blatantly sexist, I think that based on the time frame and the timeline that it came out in, there is an opportunity for you know.
Yeah. But yeah, so that would definitely be my take, that Dumbo is the most racist in my opinion and most sexist by far is Mulan.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
Totes. Dominic DeLaurentian? DeLaurentian.
it's a very sassy name.
Yes, very sassy. His question is a pretty hearty one.
Okay.
And he says, marry, fuck, kill the three caballeros.
Ooh, we are going old school with this one. For those of you at home who do not know, The Three Caballeros was a old school Disney movie.
Speaking of movies that maybe have not aged very well.
Yeah, definitely. The songs are still fun, but the racism is very, very...
I know as fun as racism normally is. In this situation, it's not great.
Yeah, the songs are catchy, but yeah. Anyway, there's three of them. There's Donald Duck, who we all know and love. There's Jose Karaoke.
Do we?
Well, most people do, I guess. I don't know. Maybe back in the 40s, he was more awesome than he is now.
Yeah.
The green parrot from Bahia, Brazil.
Bahia.
Bahia. Is Jose Carioca. And then the third one is the cock from Mexico, and his name is Panchito Pistolas. So I will let my friend Colin go first. Colin, fuck, marry, kill, the Three Caballeros.
FMK, buddy.
With pleasure comes death at a wedding. So Mary, I would say Donald Duck, because he's dependable, resourceful, and flexible.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like kind of a pain in the ass, but he's stubborn for all the right reasons.
Okay.
There's that music video with them where he is like flashing through the instruments, and he just plays a double bass like a guitar. Like he's just like, man, fuck it, this will do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And doesn't take himself too seriously. He's like learning how to be one of the caballeros. Just
Yeah.
on the cuff.
Figuring it out. Yeah.
Yeah, just going with the flow. I think that's really cool. Fuck, I would say I would fuck Jose Carioca.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because obviously karaoke means love dance, duh. So I would do the love dance with Jose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For those of you who do not know at home, the karaoke is a love dance from Brazil. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd love dance all up and down that motherfucker.
Yep.
Okay.
God, this is so uncomfortable. Kill, obviously, last but not least, Panchito Pistolas, because he's a fucking gunslinger. How awesome would it be to kill that guy? You'd be like a
get so
folk
much
legend
street cred.
forever.
So much street
It wouldn't
cred.
matter who you married. You'd be getting laid for decades on the fact that you took that guy out.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you guys can do what you will after that, but I think I just won marry, fuck, kill.
How about you, Richard?
I'm going to kill Donald Duck. Donald Duck drives me fucking nuts.
You gonna kill my husband?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I don't. He's so annoying in everything. I don't understand what this like Sailor Moon outfit he's wearing is. He just drives me.
You mean you don't understand what Sailor Moon is doing wearing
What a Sailor
Donald
suit
Duck
is doing?
outfit?
Yeah. I don't get it. No, I mean it looks wonderful on her, but Donald Duck drives me nuts. I can't stand him. I get him in there. Get Daffy Duck. I can appreciate him. That was my phone. I can't stand.
Oh, is it
Donald
an
Duck.
update to tell you how wrong you are about who you're gonna kill?
No. And you know what? I would marry Jose because he seems like a upstanding gentleman.
Okay.
And I want to be treated like a real lady. And then I'd fuck Panchito because I mean if he's using guns that way, who knows what else he can do?
Seems like he's got a lot of flavor. to him.
Yeah. And I like a big cock.
Well, womp womp.
You're kind of a big cock.
Yeah.
You would know.
Not in the way you'd think, though. No.
Wink.
Yeah. I'm not that mean.
Well, I would definitely marry Panchito Pistolas because he's a gunslinger and he would protect the shit out of me. And he'd make sure I get up in the morning. And
Yeah, you would.
And
All the way up.
being a cocky rooster.
Gunfire in the bedroom.
Hey, you know what? That is the gift that lasts a lifetime. That's not just a one-off. That's not just a one-off right there, which
true.
is why I would like Jose Carioca to bed.
Oh.
I would wed the cock,
Yeah.
bed the parrot.
Oh.
Yeah, because he seems like he's got a lot of romance to him, and
He would
Hold on.
do what you say. He would
Hold
repeat
on.
what you
Are
said.
you saying that you would marry the cock and bed the talk?
yeah. That's very true.
There you go. You got it.
That's very true.
One of us figured
That's
it out.
very true. It would be a magical one-off. I don't know if I could handle that every day.
Yeah.
And then much like you, Richard, just kill Donald
Fucking
Duck.
kill Donald
I'm
Duck.
so over Donald Duck.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. And he's got anger issues. So
Amen.
that's what I would dare say.
I can handle those anger issues.
But thank you so much, everyone, for your questions. Those were really awesome.
Well, if you'd like to reach us, send us more questions, you can find us on our Facebook page
Dr. Disney Podcast.
or at our Instagram at
Dr. Disney Podcast.
or our Instagram at
Dr. Disney Pod.
oh, I already said that.
yeah,
one?
you said it
Yeah.
twice.
Or over at our email at
Dr.
really-
Disney,
really committing to
Dr.
this.
Disney Podcast at gmail.com.
and on our website.
www.drdisneypodcast.com and .ca.
April Fools, motherfuckers.
Some kind of sign off.
Ay caramba.
All the superheroes, they always fight for what is right. Live with danger and adventure.